How do you deal with the process of gauging NFL interest and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, the first thing you do is you ask them. First, I mean, plain simple. Just we always base the program on honesty and accountability. So just kind of ask them what their thoughts are, and then from there you let Coach Mullen. He's dealt with it as a head coach many a time, dealing with GMs, and he can get the proper feedback if the player requests that feedback. And obviously, each school is allowed a certain amount of numbers where they can file as an underclassman to see what their rating would be. But that'll be Coach Mullen.
Do you think Bears ready for the NFL?
Yeah, to me, I think everybody's got to continue to get work to get better. I mean, everybody out here, for us, we're working to win a football game. That's the only thing we're talking about with our guys right now. Coach Mullen will handle everything else, whether it's Bear, whether it's Fred, whether it's anybody else. When we talk to them, when I talk to them as a position group and as a position coach, it's what we're doing to get better each and every day for North Carolina State. Got a great team we're playing there. They got a heck of a record, so we've got to continue to get better.
What makes Bear, I guess, that guy that would be able to consider maybe compared to other guys? What gives him? What skill sets does he have that would be appealing to NFL draft scouts?
Well, I think with anybody, everybody's different. Everybody brings a little something different. But Bear's big and strong. So I think size is probably the number one thing for him when you start looking at it. But like I said, everybody's got a different skill set that they bring to the table.
How important is these first 5 or so practices for these younger players in your position group?
This to me is the best part of practice right now for bowl prep for us. You get a chance. The older guys get out there and they go through 7-on-7. They're going individual, but what they're doing is you're limiting the reps, and they've got a bunch in the bank. Now they still need to get better, and they still need those reps to stay sharp, but they've got a bunch of reps throughout the season. For these young guys, it's about being able to process things and play at a fast pace, because they've been, the majority of them have been scout team players up until that time. That guys are getting reps. So for me, for the younger guys, it's critical the amount of reps that they're taking, playing at, the pressure. All of a sudden now they got pressure of the older guys watching them. It completely changes their thought process and how they have to react. So it's, it's priceless. To be able to do this has been fantastic.
As a coaching staff, how much will Tony be missed?
Oh, Tony's an unbelievable person. First and foremost, you break down what he is as an individual. He is A1A. He is an unbelievable man. He's an unbelievable mentor, an unbelievable person, great coach, great friend. So from that standpoint, he will be missed. And again, what he's done for these children, the children when they become men, as you recruit them, is second to none. He's a fantastic coach, and he'll do great things for the institution where he's going.
2 of your receivers have made all SEC. How proud does it make you feel as a coach this year?
Awesome. You always want your players to be successful. No different than anybody. Everybody's out here to play football so they can have a little bit of success. And when you see them working hard, and all of a sudden that starts to translate, and they have a chance to become all conference. Both those 2 young men, I'm extremely proud of them. I'm extremely proud of the other players on the team that are continuing to work as well. And the younger guys that are coming up, the other guys that are continuing to work. I'm proud of those guys too. It doesn't just happen by one guy. It's a recognition, but heck, everybody plays a part to it. If someone's catching the ball, that means someone's blocking up front. That means someone's throwing the ball. That means the running back's protecting. So, it's a credit to the team.
Fred already has the record for most catches in a single season by a wide receiver. He has a chance of being the yards leader as well. When did it kind of click for him this year to kind of have that year that he has had?
I think it clicked for him last year.
Okay.
I think he's been steadily working on this for 3 years. It doesn't just I don't think it ever just clicks for a guy. I think you get what you put into it, and he's worked extremely hard along with Durunya, and I'm going to throw Fred Brown and the other guys in there too. They work extremely hard, and so. The clicking process takes part in the off season. This is just refining everything.
Did it shock you? Did it surprise you at all how good a year he had? How good a year Fred Ross? Fred Ross had.
No, I expect that of him, to be honest with you. He works extremely hard. He's got great hands. He's got great work ethic. And when a person's got great work ethic, they'll be successful. Yeah, so it did not surprise me. You can take a look. It started off really strong with Bear having a bunch, all of a sudden then Bear, and then they kind of shifted over. It depends what kind of defense you're playing, you know. And all of a sudden it opened up a little bit. But the great thing about it, in our offense, and this is for the younger guys too, is you can't just have one. It's easy to take away one guy, but when you've got guys that you got to defend on both sides, it's hard to play bracket. You got to, you know, now you're going to play man-to-man on one guy, and you're going to leave somebody else open. You know, there's a height and size disadvantage that you do. And okay, you play zone, but then you got a guy like Ross inside that's got a pretty good matchup on a nickel or a linebacker. So